So we're gonna come back in a few minutes, about 3 or 4 minutes. So everybody, if they have their coffee, their tea, they've stretched, gone to the bathroom, kissed their loved ones, we will be following up and closing out this part of it. And next week, you will um, be part of a mentor matchup. And after we do the mentor matchup, we will actually start the first week of course, which will be the Business Foundations 101. So next week will be the mentor matchup. Um, be on the lookout for that email. And then the following week, we will start classes and you will start scheduling time with your mentor every week or every available date that you feel as though you need the mentor support.
Sounds great.
That's awesome. I do have a question in regards to the mentor matchup. So is that gonna be like a meeting like today, like during the week, for us to get that set up?
It is not. You're actually going to be in a position where you and the mentor can schedule at your convenience. It will not be directly connected to the Tuesday and Thursday workshops. That'll be on your own time, on your own calendar with your mentor, whatever their availability is and whatever your availability is.
Right. I'm talking about how are we gonna get paired up? So you guys gonna select who's you gonna pair us with?
Actually, what we're going to do with the pairing up is we're going to send out your business profiles to individuals from your application, and they're going to walk through your applications. Individuals who feel as though they have the background and they can support whatever it is you're trying to execute, they will choose you, and then we will do the introduction and matchup.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are we doing right now?
Taking a break before
Oh,
wrap up.
Yeah, we're taking a break before wrap up. And we're wrapping up at 7:30. So I wanted to have everyone um, have a moment. Individuals who are in the lab are actually still in the midst of eating. So I want to give them a few minutes to finish eating. We bought a bunch of stuff for you all to have for food. Unfortunately, everyone's online and not here. So we have a bunch of food that is going to need to be eaten between now and tomorrow. So
dang.
You also mentioned that you have some paperwork for us to pick up. I mean, for us. So I don't live far away from you guys. I just didn't have babysitter. That's why I didn't go in. So I was wondering if I can stop by, at the end and pick it up.
I'm gonna be here. If you're not too far away, there's a business model canvas document that we want you to pick up. But I can also email it to you if you want to print it out. That's fine too. But if you want to pick it up, that's also good because we have the mission model and the business model because those are going to be two pieces of documents we're going to be working with throughout the 8 weeks.
Okay. I guess email will work. Thank you.
Yeah, just for your convenience, if you can email it, I can email it to you also.
Thank you.
Okay. So I want to 22 if you want. Can everybody see? Can you see the?
Yep.
Can you
Yes.
see me? And can you see the presentation or just see me?
Both.
Okay. So I want to make sure everybody. This text is definitely not my best support. Okay. So.
That day I was representing like Desire Boston. So oh yeah.
So.
Probably.
See this.
The last time I had that meeting. And G was definitely talking.
All right. So I'm gonna start right, and I wanted to people to. So we want to talk about the investor pitch. Can you see this slide that says investor pitch?
Yes.
All right. Now the investor pitch is going to be one of the major takeaways from this entire um, cohort is to get you all ready, prepped, and prepared to be able to do anywhere from a 3 minute to 6 minute pitch to investors. Now, the investor pitch is both a verbal and visual pitch that will last 3 minutes on average. You want to be, I'm trying to prepare so individuals concise slides for visual and prepare your verbal pitch so that you're very focused on the needs from the individual investor or whomever you might be in front of. This is your time to shine using your personality. You should think Shark Tank. So what we're going to talk about is a slide deck and what is going to go into a slide deck. This is going to be very important for everyone going forward because a slide deck is what you're going to use to grow, pitch, and also scale your company. So with the investor pitch cover slide, you want to make sure the name of your business and also your founders' names are present on that first slide and whatever information you feel is relevant for your business. If you have a small slogan, if you have contact info, whatever the case may be, you might just want to plug some of that in or you might leave that for the last slide. Now, your investor pitch hook, it should you want to make sure you're snagging the investor. They're pulling in their interest to your company, and you want to start with things like, did you know that percentage of people personally was impacted by. See, these things actually hook individuals in. So, did you know that the largest organ on the human body is the skin? Nearly 80% of what we put on our skin enters our bloodstream, impacting our health. That's an example of an investor pitch hook that you want to make sure is part of your slide deck. So, between the pitch deck and your business model, we're going to walk through every particular piece of your company and your business so that investors know that you actually have a fully functioning company and they can invest money in it and it's not just an idea. So you want to talk about your investor pitch problem. So you want to talk about what problem is your company solving. So you want to make sure you jot that down. If you have a notebook, piece of paper, scrap paper, you want to ask yourself, what problem is your company solving? All business ideas should start with a problem to solve. For example, while 1,400 skincare ingredients are banned in Europe, only 11 are banned in the US. This unregulation negatively impacts the health of all of us. So you want to make sure your company and your pitch deck is developing and designed in a way where it solves an actual problem. So you want to make sure your investor pitch, you want to talk about your solution. One, you want to look at a problem in your society, and then two, you want to talk about how your company is solving that problem in order to create a solution that your company is going to deliver. Describe how you to envision to solve the problem you previously shared. Communicate big value conveniences. Be very clear so you can smoothly jump next to introducing your product. Like you want to be clear about what your product is and you want to be clear about who your product is for. So, for example, Amber Blue Skincare is a USA-based skincare brand that adheres to the European Union rules of skincare ingredients. I'm gonna skip through some of the conversational examples, but I want to make sure you understand the elements of a pitch deck because this is what you're going to be working on throughout the 8 weeks. So you're going to have your product, like so. You want to make sure you can articulate your product and you want to introduce your company, product, or service as the ultimate solution to these problems. So, whatever it is, you want to make sure you're clear about what your company is going to do and also what the product is coming out of your company. So you want to talk about where's your company currently at. If you just have a business idea, you actually have to say, I have a business idea and I'm working on developing a business. But if you have a real company, you want to talk about your traction, which means you want to talk about your analytics, your sales, your marketing, your reach, customers, all of the things that make your company a real company. And you want to visualize it with a graph to highlight important developments. So if you've been in business for 5 years, you went from $5,000 to $20,000. If you've actually been in a space where you've grown your company and you've created a franchise out of that company, you want to be clear about the traction and how to actually go through the process of articulating your company's traction um, in the near future. So your investors pitch target market, right? So you want to talk about who are the customers you want to cater to, what are their profiles and visual personas, and apply the 2 ways to size your market, top down or bottom up. Some sizing jargons are TAM, SAM, and SOM, and I will tell you exactly what those mean. Total available market is TAM. Serviceable available market is SAM, and serviceable obtainable market is SOM. That means the market might be 557.3 million. Your serviceable market might be 12, but you might take away out of that market $100,000. So you want to be clear about your total available market, your serviceable available market, and also your serviceable obtainable market. That means what your company actually can bring in as sales and revenue for your business. So another thing that's clear, and you don't want to be jargony or you don't want to be hypothetical, you want to know who your competition is. So in this spot, you want to make sure you know the investors pitch competition. You want to be able to talk about your opponents. Who else out there is running companies similar to yours, and who is your competitors? Who are your peers and your competitors? What is your value proposition in relation to your competition, and how can you improve your value proposition? You do not want to just speak loosely about your company and their competitors. You want to know who they are and you want to do the necessary market research in order to make sure you can articulate that to the individual funders or investors about what your company actually is. Another part of that is this is the document that I wanted everyone to pick up today, but I will also send it to you, is developing and designing and making sure you're clear about your business model. So for some individuals who are here, I gave them the actual business model canvas and a fully fleshed out example of what your business model is. The thing is, I want individuals to use the back side of it first because once you start writing on it, you want to make sure you're clear about transferring your information from scrap paper to actual target areas and particular spaces in your business model. So you're clear about that. So within your business model, you want to be able to talk about show how your company will make money first. Present the viability of your product or service and tell how your company will operate, make money, and achieve goals. Focus on one main method, such as subscriptions, ads, transactions, sales, membership. How is your company going to grow and how is it going to scale? What is the lifetime value of a customer and how much does it cost to acquire a customer? Sometimes we don't do the necessary research around customer acquisition because we're just so focused on getting sales, but not actually the method and the process of how we got that sale. Because sometimes once we realize that part, we're able to wash, rinse, and repeat. So another key thing, and I want to make sure I stress this: you're gonna need more than one person. So one key piece is you're gonna need a team. The team can consist of founders, advisors, mentors, board members, etc. They must show expertise in the field and/or expertise in the business topics: finance, marketing, product design, etc. Sales, you know. So if you see on the right side, Tara is a founder, Jen and her team, who was a master herbalist and aromatherapist, and Joseph, product designer. You want to have a very robust and diverse team of individuals. Do not try to go this alone, because trying to go it alone, you're going to try to wear many hats, and those hats cannot all be worn by one person. And you need to make sure you bring in the necessary talent and also team of individuals. So I would say at minimum, you want to have a team of three. At maximum, you probably want to have a team of six, maybe seven, but at least have more than just a couple of individuals. And I stress this: make sure you have individuals who are in the spaces you need help with that's outside of your capability. If you don't know how to do sales, get you someone who's focused on sales. If you don't know how to do marketing, get someone that has had a background in marketing. If you don't know how to do customer acquisition strategy, get someone who understands that. Do not try to go it alone. Get you a strong team so that investors and financial supporters who can fund you take you serious. No one takes a one-man army serious in the entrepreneur game, because you can do it all, but they know at some point you're going to burn out. You're going to need help. You're going to need support. So I definitely will stress this particular slide is make sure you have a strong team that can actually support and help you.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
Um, do you have any strategies based off your own experience or whatever that are for anti-burnout?
Yeah, I would say we're going to table that so that me and you can talk specifically about that, because you're in a very particular area with Dorchester the Arch Project, right? And you're dealing with multiple characteristics, multiple personas, you're dealing with attitudes, you're dealing with egos. And as one individual, sometimes what we do is we take all of that home with us, right? And what that is a transference of energy, where the negative energy from the day, you find yourself putting that on your back and taking that with you, and you sit with that, right? That is a very specific thing, because you're dealing with multiple artists, right? And everyone is either the next hot thing, the diva, the you can't tell me nothing, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. So you're in a very particular space. So we'll definitely talk more about that burnout strategy piece. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So investor pitch, right? Now this is the key piece, right? The reason you are going to develop an investor pitch deck is you're going to ask for money. What money are you seeking, if any, and what is your ask? How much do you need? If it is financial, show how you will use the money and how that money will generate increased revenues and traction. So, for example, we are seeking 250,000 in an investment for 10% of our company. The investment will allow our company to expand to Canada and further expand our footprint to expand to 2,500 additional stores while increasing revenue by 35%. As an example, you need to have a pitch deck that has an ask. So do not create a pitch deck without ending that pitch deck with an ask from a funder. And last but not least, contact. How can investors partner, customers, and others get in touch with you? You got to have a contact slide. Share your contact information, your upcoming events, what you've been doing, your monthly newsletter, your activities, where to shop for the product or service that you have, and definitely make sure all of your social media handles are on your slide. And on that note, I am going to stop sharing altogether. And I want to thank everyone for coming out today. You will get a follow-up email from Justin Can everybody just cam up so everyone in the lab can see all of these beautiful faces? Um, everybody can wave. Everybody can wave. So I want to thank Marquise, Tran, Sahira, Sapphire, Katarina, Nayel, Jordana, so she doesn't kill me for mispronouncing her name. I want to thank you all for spending this hour and a half with me. I'm going to make sure everyone gets the business model canvas. And also, I want everyone to, first and foremost, we're going to do a mentor matchup next week. Um, everyone who's filled out the application, you have a business application profile. Mentors are going to look over those profiles. So if you've had information that you omitted and want to make sure we get, please email that information because mentors are going to look at your complete application. And if there are things that you did not put into your application, please send those documents to us so that the mentor can make sure they're matching up with the right individual so that they can help you for the next 2 months. Um, I thank you all for spending time with us today. I appreciate everyone for signing up, and I will make sure that the documents that were here today that everyone has goes out to you all. And unfortunately, you missed a whole bunch of food that we would have loved to make sure everybody ate, but all is well. And next time,
Let us know. I'll be there. I'll cancel everything. No, I'm just kidding.
so I want to thank you all. I want to give you back your evening of Thursday, and I appreciate you all for chiming in for this member orientation night. Next week we'll send out an email. We'll do the mentor matchup, and then the following Tuesday at 6 o'clock, we will actually start the first business model canvas and business foundation workshop to actually plug through all the particular parts of your business. And we thank you all. All right.
Thank
So
you.
take care.
Thank you. Enjoy. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're all
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.